All right. So today we are going to go into our non-work from home industry specific jobs that are hiring. We are doing this across 5 different states. And so we're going to go ahead and get started with those. We are going to be here for a while because we have found several different opportunities, but I'm going to try not to waste a lot of time on this. So let's go ahead and get into the first one here. We're heading over to Missouri. This is the first company called Holcher. For those of you who wanted to know where they're located, they are in Kansas City. Sorry about that. They're located in Kansas City. Looks like they have more than one location, but we're focusing on the one that is in Kansas City, Missouri. They're located in several states that I see. So we're going to take over here to their careers page. We are focusing on the position of the field technician 1 in Kansas, Missouri. This is an entry-level role. You would aid and assist in performing necessary duties and tasks associated with the emergency response of hazardous and non-hazardous waste cleanup, site remediation, equipment decontamination, and other environmental related activities. This is a list of the duties that you would have to perform and your responsibilities here. Then it does go down and talk about the requirements and what it is needed and your knowledge and skills. Salary is $20 to $23 per hour. Looking at the duties, you do perform duties and tasks associated with emergency response to various environmental cleanup situations. Again, these are included but not limited to hazardous and non-hazardous materials, site remediation, equipment decontamination, along non-emergency cleanup. You perform using high-pressure water blasting equipment to clean heavy industrial equipment such as pipes, boilers, tanks, heat exchangers, etc. You assist in the loading of equipment such as hoses, chemicals, and other equipment supplies that the project needs. You operate equipment by energizing the pumping equipment and any other specialized hydroblasting and/or chemical cleaning equipment. This includes operation of vacuum trucks and cutting equipment, perform physical functions in all types of weather conditions, work in atmospheres of low clearance, confined spaces and heights, expected to perform strenuous physical labor, move and unload, utilize hand and power tools, and operate pressure washer. You work as a team individually, able to coherently report findings to the chain of command and follow instructions, operate pickups and small equipment, learn and complies with company policies and procedures and safety rules, learn hazardous materials handling and precautions, maintain required equipment service records, ensure safekeeping and proper usage of company tools, participate in environmental operations and regulatory compliance, perform other incidental and related duties as required. You need to be a high school graduate or equivalent. You need a valid driver's license, which is, of course, required. Class A commercial driver's license is preferred, but is not required. Experience with level D, C, and B PPE preferred. 40 hours has worker in confined space training preferred. Experience requirements: working in construction, electrical, landscaping, farming, or other outdoor occupations is preferred. Knowledge and skills are also listed. Um, you have to work as a team member, so you have to have experience with that. You must have a willingness to learn, um, to use various equipments like pulleys, vises, hand and power tools, mechanical rollers, acetylene tanks, wooden blocks, steel collars, shackles, steel hooks, welding, equipment grinders, hydraulic jacks, steel chain and cable, portable lights, come-along tractors, forklifts, flatbed truck, pickup truck, wheelbarrow pumps, and generators. And if that sounds like you know what to do. Hit the apply button to get your application sent in. Okay, so we've gone through that. Let's exit this, get over to our next one. This is EOC Environmental Group. Take a look at their careers page. United States, of course. We're looking at their consulting utility forester, still in Kansas City, Missouri. It was posted today. And they start off with their benefits, which they have the whole package: medical, dental, and vision, 401k, 401k match opportunities, ESOP as long as you meet eligibility requirements, paid time off, volunteer time, bereavement time. Then it goes and tells you more about their mission and more about the company. So if you scroll down a bit, but once you come to this page to apply, I recommend you read all of this. You do need to know more about the company and their background. But your essential job function, you will be responsible for accommodations. Um, Reasonable accommodations may be made to enable individuals with disabilities to perform the essential job functions. But this is your job functions. Communicate with proper property owners and public agencies regarding pruning and removals, conduct tree and brush inventories and hazard tree inspections, plan and coordinate work for tree contractors, manage and maintain vegetation data. Look at me, I'm hungry. Promote and enforce on-the-job safety practices, operate and maintain tools, equipment, and vehicles, perform other related duties as assigned. Job requirements. You need a degree in forestry, arboriculture, environmental science, or related field or equivalent experience in utility line clearance. ISA certified, arborist preferred, strong species identification and invasive species knowledge, valid driver's license with a clean driving record, ability to work independently in rugged terrain and inclement weather, excellent verbal and written communication skills, strong customer service orientation, proficient in map navigation, and Microsoft Office GIS experience is a plus. If that's you, click this green apply button. I'm going to get to our next opportunity. Okay, this is Associated Electric Cooperative, Inc. Okay, this position is located in Clifton Hill, Missouri. Mine reclamation and land specialist. Posted 30 plus days ago. It has not been filled. So you would operate and maintain equipment support projects and compliance, training and field work, teamwork and communication. You will need equipment skills, ability to safely operate and maintain stationary and mobile equipment, strong diagnostic and troubleshooting skills, able to lift up to 40 pounds, climb ladders, and work in various environments. Agriculture experience, background in agriculture or equivalent education, program knowledge, preferred familiarity with FSA and or USDA programs is a plus. Interpersonal skills, strong communication, teamwork, and decision-making ability. Work environment flexibility, willing to work outdoors in all weather conditions, adapt to industrial and shop settings, and occasionally work outside regular hours, including on public, private roads and mining properties. And what they provide you, they are committed to rewarding talent with top pay. Your efforts will be recognized with a total compensation package that reflects your experience and contributions. You plan for your future with confidence. They do offer a robust 401k program with a generous employer match to help you build the financial future you deserve. So what else they offer is that they know how important work-life integration is. You can recharge with PTO and enjoy paid holidays, ensuring you have time to unwind and pursue your passion outside of work. Your health matters to us. Stay covered beginning on your first day of employment with our premier healthcare plan that includes medical, dental, and vision coverage for you and your family. They are an equal employment opportunity company. To apply, you would click the apply button there. Getting us over to the next one, St. Charles County. Easy to find. Their jobs tab is right there. Now they have a lot of jobs here, a lot. But this is the one that we're looking at. They are hiring a part-time park ranger. And if interested, you can select this apply button there. Now the job does pay $19.33 per hour minimum. The purpose of this position is to assist with various areas of the park department to include, but not limited, to support of park ranger activities, including park programs and special events, severe as park ambassadors to enhance the park visitor experience, provide information, lock secure park facilities, provide security, and enforce park rules and regulations. Your responsibilities will be to coordinate and assist with interpretive recreation programs and special events as needed, patrols park sites on foot, bike, or vehicle to enforce park rules and regulations and promote positive public relations, prepare reports on enforcement activities, recommend policies and procedures, maintain vehicle and equipment, provide information and on-site support with emphasis on strong communication and customer service skills, ability to promote programs offered by the Department of Parks and Recreation and interact with the public, including all age groups. Working conditions outdoors may require withstanding varying weather conditions and must be able to perform light-duty physical tasks. Number of hours will vary based on employees' ability and the department's scheduling requirements. Performs other duties as assigned. Then we go into the requirement. You do need a college degree. in a field such as this. You do need a motor vehicle license, a good driving record. First aid CPR certification is required within 6 months of hiring. So they give you the opportunity to obtain that. So it's not like you have to have it before you're hired. Requires flexibility of schedule to include shift work, holidays, and weekends. And you must submit the Apply Now button. They do not accept fax, email, or print applications. And this is a part-time position as needed. That may vary in hours and length of service, working approximately 24 hours a week, and it will be primarily nights, weekends, and holidays. So this is more so a position you will look at as an extra gig to what your main job may be. All right, next up on our list, we have Kansas City, kansascity.gov. We're going to go to view all jobs, but we're going to search for one in particular, which is the Forestry Technician Trainee Maintenance Worker. In this role, you'll be making $19.27 to $29.39 per hour on normal work days, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. It is a full-time position. Your responsibilities are listed here, which you will maintain trees along public streets and on public grounds that may be performed under adverse weather conditions. Handles tasks incidental to the care and maintenance of trees and city streets and grounds, follows proper safety practices to protect themselves, other employees, and the public, participates in the pruning, removing, cleanup of tree brush and wood, planting, and care of trees on city grounds. Assignments are received written, verbally, or electronically in the form of work orders and typically have detailed instructions regarding the work to be performed. Work is inspected during the process and is subject to final review for conformance with instructions by a supervisor, performs proper job site setups, following all safety practices while performing tree work operations and wearing all the proper PPE, participates in the removal of brush from cities, properties, and easements, participates in the removal of dead, dying, and storm-damaged trees, set up work zone areas, using rope to lower limbs and large wood sections of trees to ground, raking and cleaning up area, participates in the pruning of dead, broken, undesirable branches, including crown thinning, training, and shaping the trees when needed, rakes and performs final cleanup of ground area from tree work performed, performs stump grinding and cleaning up, requires high school graduation or 6 months of experience in general labor, must possess a valid issued driver's license in accordance with the city of KCMO, which is Kansas City, Missouri policies, must pass pre-employment drug screen and post-offer physical examination as pre-described by the city. Now, this is critical, urgent information for recruitment. So I am going to read through this because it has advised how important this is. So applications and/or resumes are evaluated on the information received by the application deadline. Please ensure that your application or resume clearly demonstrates how you meet the minimum qualifications for the position for which you are applying. This includes providing all relevant education dates and a detailed description of relevant work experience, including months, years of employment, application, and/or resume may not be considered if information is incomplete. In order for a resume to be used in lieu of an application, the resume must have been submitted online via the city's application tracking system. Positions requiring the high school diploma/GED certificate must be obtained from a school program accredited by the Department of Education and recognized by the U.S. Secretary of Education. The minimum education requirement for positions that allow for experience equivalency for an accredited degree as a high school diploma, unless otherwise specified, an accredited degree must be obtained from a college or university listed with the U.S. Department of Education and recognized by the U.S. Secretary of Education. For positions with a salary grade of EX6 or higher that requires an accredited degree, qualifying professional experience must be obtained after the accredited degree is obtained. Successful completion of an employment criminal history background check is required for all positions. Some positions require a post-offer drug screen and/or physical. If appointed, non-residents must obtain residency inside Kansas City, Missouri city limits within 9 months. The city of Kansas City, Missouri is an equal opportunity employer that values diversity and inclusion in the workplace. The city is committed to providing a workplace environment for its employees and citizens free from discrimination based on race, color, sex, including pregnancy, national origin, religion, age, disability, marital status, genetic information, sexual orientation, or gender identity. For more information, please see our EEO policy. The City of KCMO is committed to working with and providing reasonable accommodation to individuals with disabilities. If you need a reasonable accommodation because of a disability for any part of the employment process, please call 816-513-1908 or send an email to accommodations@kcmo.org. If claiming military veterans preference points, you must attach a copy of your DDD 214 or DDD 256 for reservists. To claim veterans point, you must have served 180 days of regular active duty service and be discharged or released under honorable conditions during peace times or 90 days of active duty service, 1 day during wartime, and at last discharge or release under honorable conditions. If all of that fits you and you are still interested in the role, now it looks like, again, it is full-time, regular hours, which we did go over that in the beginning. You will click the Apply for the Job button. Okay, here we are. We're back at it again. So now we're going to go over Beleaf Medical. It's a position from here. This is located in St. Louis. The position is a cannabis cultivation technician. It's full-time, it's entry level. It does give you a brief of background of who they are. The cultivation techs are integral members of the Sense Cannabis team who helps ensure the successful operation of the cultivation facility. The cultivation tech carries out the manual tasks prescribed in the SOPs to ensure the safe, efficient, and productive operation of marijuana in cultivation facility. Cultivation technicians will be assigned to specific primary areas of the cultivation facility, but will be trained to function in all primary areas. There are duties and responsibilities, of course. You would oversee flower rooms and maintain plant health through daily check-ins, evaluation of plant health and happiness, spot watering of plants, canopy management, and making adjustments to room environment or grow process with input from the cultivation manager. Take cuttings and cloning cannabis plants. Maintain clean grow rooms and workspaces at all times by regularly sanitizing tools, equipment, and grow rooms to ensure sanitary practices and to keep pests away. Filling reservoirs, helping build scaffolding for growing cannabis plants, moving plants through the primary areas and harvesting. Communication with support teams and management continuously regarding plant happiness, pest outbreaks, and equipment issues, irrigation tables, light, etc. Qualifications: you must have a high school diploma or GED. Horticulture, indoor horticulture operation experience is preferred. At least 21 years of age and ability to obtain an agent ID, attention to detail and effective communication skills, strong work ethic, and a willingness to learn. Essential job functions is the ability to perform repetitive tasks for long periods of time, trimming plants, potting, and regularly inventory. Physical requirements include standing, bending, and lifting up to 75 pounds, climbing and working above shoulder height for extended periods, reaching across 4-foot wide trays while standing, sliding on the trays or creepers to perform maintenance. Pushing carts and wheelbarrows, carrying flats and pots, availability to work occasionally weekends and holidays. Now there is compensation and benefits, which includes $16.50 per hour plus commensurate with experience, health, dental, vision, short-term disability, and life insurance with individual employee premiums covered by the company at 100%, 401k with matching, 12 days of paid time off, 9 paid holidays, including 3 personal days, and generous employee discount. Now, to apply to this is the application here on the side here. You can fill out your details, or you can go to apply with Indeed in order to apply for this role. All right, so the next one that we have on our list here, this is Donald Danford Plant Science Center. All right, so let's locate their careers page. I'm going to browse their open positions here. This is the one we're looking at. It is over in St. Louis, Missouri. It is full-time. You need a graduate degree for this. So with the description of this role, you are to study signaling and development pathways in mosses and vascular plants. The position requires a strong background in molecular genetics, cell biology, and phenotyping. Experience with high throughput data analysis is also required. Postdocs in the lab are encouraged to develop independent research concepts supported by fellowship and grant applications. More information about the ongoing work in the Pandy lab can be found at the website link and publications link. So your responsibilities include the ability to handle multidisciplinary projects in a time-efficient manner, ability to direct one's own research efforts as well as to critique project strategy, effective design and assembly of experiments research projects, ability to demonstrate project leadership and guidance for other research associates or graduate students as necessary, effective communication in both written and oral form, demonstrated collaboration skills, required knowledge, skills, and ability include highly motivated, goal-oriented individual who can work independently and collaboratively with a multidisciplinary and interactive research environment. Effective communication skills and ability to produce high-quality manuscripts, strong problem-solving and critical thinking skills. Live the Danforth Center values, which is collaboration, diversity and inclusion, innovation, integrity and respect, environmental sustainability, and stewardship. All right, let's scroll down to the qualifications. You need a PhD in relevant research area. Submission. They do need a cover letter, clearly describing your career goals and experience, CV and sample publication, contact information of 3 professional references. And then it does give you a brief background about the company, and that is there on this description for a reason. So if you apply for this role and you're selected and you go through the interview process, you definitely want to reference that. And to move forward to start the application, you'd go here. Moving on to the next one. Let's exit this. So we're moving along to a company called CGB Enterprises, Inc. Where are their careers? Here we go. We're going to go to search their jobs. We are looking for a specific position. Let's just enter in the position. We're looking for a grain merchant. They are hiring in more than one location for it, but we're focused on St. Louis, Missouri. It's full-time. So if you have grain merchandising experience and you're looking to join a stable and innovative organization, then this would be a good role for you. The primary responsibility of this role is originating grain purchases from growers while promoting company products and services. Responsibilities include, but are not limited to, determining customer requirements, executing contracts and agreements, and resolving customer-related issues. In this job, you will, which we just went over that, but originate grain purchases from growers, work with origination staff to maximize commercial and producer origination through team communication and execution. Conduct annual farm business visits for all major accounts, add new business accounts to manage service, document new accounts and track success, work with manager and others to analyze 3-year handle information on all producer commercial accounts assigned to evaluate customer market share and growth retention. Identify accounts that are underperforming and develop a marketing strategy to correct, execute and manage contract, including signing and execution of terms, conditions, and delivery. review facility and region profit and loss statements, discuss findings and ideas, issues with facility manager and commercial manager, receive inbound calls, and assist with other buying groups in servicing the facility's customer base, gather, review, and contribute commodity market analysis and information in support of location regional position, input customer information into the CRM product. Other duties are also assigned. So to be considered, you do need education and experience, which includes you have to have a bachelor's degree or equivalent education and experience, but they do prefer someone with a master's degree in agriculture. But they will consider you if you have one less. Experience, you are required to have 3 years experience in trading, logistics, or related fields, but they do prefer someone who has prior contract negotiation and a grain industry experience. So the knowledge, skills, and ability, diverse knowledge of how the company generates revenue and creates profitability, and an advanced understanding of our customers' businesses and functionality of their operations. Knowledge of grain merchandising, facility cost structures, mix and blend analysis, carry interest, freight, FOB and CIF marketing and sales, as well as basic knowledge of facility operations. Working knowledge or ability to learn contract negotiations in grain industry. Basic computer skills, including working knowledge of Microsoft Office Suite, effective interpersonal oral and written communication skills with the ability to interact with all levels of people within and outside the organization, strong decision-making, negotiation, and conflict management skills, contract and customer management skills, including ability to relay accurate information concerning contract balances and settlements, strong time management and prioritization skills with ability to remain flexible to change priorities, ability to take directions and willingness to assist where needed and take on new tasks, ability to read, analyze domestic and global industry information, ability to work effectively both autonomously and in a team environment. There is additional requirements that you need as far as your physical demands and requirements. It is light work. You are exerting up to 20 pounds of force occasionally and up to 10 pounds of force frequently, and or a negotiable amount of force constantly to move objects. If the use of arms and or legs controls requires exertion of force greater than that for sedentary work and the worker sits most of the time, the job is rated for light work. Hearing, perceiving the nature of sounds at normal speaking levels with or without correction, ability to receive detailed information through oral communication and to make the discriminations in sound. The employee is required to have a close visual acuity to perform an activity such as preparing and analyzing data and figures, transcribing, view a computer terminal, extensive reading, visual inspection involving small deficits, small parts and or operation of machines, including inspection, using measurement devices and or assembly of fabrication parts at a distance close to the eyes. The environment condition is described are meant to be representative of those an employee would normally encounter while performing the essential functions of this job. The physical environment requires the employee to work inside where there are limited extremes to heat and or cold, moderate noise, a normal office environment, travel up to 10%, travel to assigned producers in assigned areas. The expected base range for this role is $63,060 to $78,510 per year. The actual pay offered may vary depending on multiple and individualized factors, including work location, job-related knowledge, skills, and relevant experience for the job. Your pay amount does not guarantee employment for any particular period of time. And if you're ready to make a meaningful career and make an impact at CGB, they are letting you know it is great to go ahead and apply today. So here's that apply button if you're ready to move forward. Next is a company that most of us are pretty familiar with. It is Prairie Farms. Yes, they are hiring. Okay, so this is the role. Okay, so it's an industrial sanitation worker, but it is listed as differently now as HTST operator. So the ideal candidate for this role would be someone who is self-motivated, has an attention for detail, can follow both verbal and written directions flawlessly with little to no direct supervision. The shift is Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. with possible mandatory Fridays. Wage is $26.60 per hour plus shift differential from 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. It's full-time. There is a 90-day probation. And it says here about union, Teamsters Local 600 must join union after 30 days. Okay, so your duties and responsibilities is cleaning of various machines and equipment, cleaning of floors, drains, walls, ceilings, and exterior of equipment throughout the facility, CIP systems, flavoring mixed with fruit and flavor concentrates, receive, mix, and operating pasteurizer system, which is HTST, trash pickup and removal, any other job associated with sanitation, cleanup at this facility, must follow and adhere to LOTO, which is lock out, tag out, use proper equipment, utensils per allergen notations, knowledge of sanitation, chemical concentrations. Education and experience. Candidates must be 18 years or older with the ability to read and speak English fluently. High school diploma or GED preferred. Industrial sanitation experience preferred. Food manufacturing experience preferred. Dairy experience ideal. Chemical and circulating system experience ideal. Qualifications, physical requirements. You must be able to start up and shut down all the production pasteurization equipment, must be able to read and comprehend written instructions, technical manuals, and oral instructions related to the operation and cleaning of the production equipment, must be able to read, I just read that, ability to lift, push, pull product and equipment weighing up to 50 pounds out of confined spaces and occasionally having to lift product or equipment overhead, must be able to pass a post-offer drug screen, breath alcohol test, physical and background check. The candidate placed in this role must be a self-starter, reliable, and able to function with little to no direction. They will need to be detail-oriented and be able to follow step-by-step directions and processes to complete the process of whatever job they are doing. Now, and of course, to apply, you will select the Apply button below. Moving on to the next role. This is at a company called ADM, which is short for Archer Daniels Midland. So at this location here in Springfield, Missouri, they are looking for a plant manager. is full-time, and this plant manager reports to the director of operations in to ESC Animal and Pet Nutrition. So the plant manager will drive continuous improvement and optimization of all processes and will oversee all daily operations of the plant, including environmental health and safety, human resource management, production operations, and engineering, maintenance, warehousing, and supply chain functions. They develop processes that will maximize stewardship, safety, quality, and productivity on behalf of ADM, Animal Nutrition. Key responsibilities and accountabilities: lead a plant culture focused on human and food safety, prioritizing safety and quality over output. Collaborate with health safety managers to develop, implement, and sustain safety policies for site operations. Commit to and develop an engaged safety culture for all colleagues. Planning, organizing, directing, and running optimum day-to-day operations to exceed our customers' expectations. Increasing production assets, capacity, and flexibility while minimizing unnecessary costs and maintaining current quality standards. Responsibility for production output, product quality, and on-time shipping. Allocate resources effectively and fully utilize assets to produce optimal results. Implement strategies in alignment with strategic initiatives and provide a clear sense of direction and focus. Monitor operations and triggers corrective actions. Share a trusting relationship with all colleagues and recruit, manage, and develop operations staff. Collect and analyze data to find opportunities for improvement. Develop systems and processes that track and optimize productivity and standards, metrics and performances, targets to ensure effective return on assets. Active hands-on involvement and daily presence within the facility. Support all colleagues, managers, and supervisors to ensure job and safety training programs are being completed. Ensure that the facility is compliant with the law, regulatory requirements, and company programs to support our quality assurance and food safety plans. Respond to and follow up on customer compliance while working alongside commercial leadership to resolve issues. Position requirements: you need a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience and 3 to 5 years of supervisory experience with a proven ability to evaluate and reach reasonable conclusions, demonstrated leadership and strong problem-solving skills, superior verbal and written communication and interpersonal skills, self-motivated with the ability to manage time and priorities, work independently and objectively, and success interacting with individuals and groups. History of support of cross-functional teams to best meet the needs of the company, region, and plant. Concern for product and process quality in support of food safety plans. Demonstrated ability to present material with energy and enthusiasm to motivate and influence people. Computer skills in PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and Outlook. History of working safely and a reputation for promoting and getting involved in safety improvements efforts. Related industry knowledge. Must be willing to relocate. Okay, also they are encouraging you to apply regardless if you are excited but don't think you meet the requirements. You just never know. You might be just the right candidate for the role or another one of their openings. Now, ADM do require the successful completion of a background check. Base pay offer may vary depending on multiple individualized factors, including market location, job-related knowledge, skills, and experience. Hourly and salaried non-exempt employees will also be paid overtime pay when working qualifying overtime hours. If hired, employees will be in an at-will position, and the company reserves the right to modify base pay as well as any other discretionary payment or compensation program at any time, including for reasons related to individual performance, company or individual department team performance, and market factors. So the pay range for this position is expected to be between $92,800 and $170,300. There is also a salary incentive. There are other benefits and perks. You do have the physical wellness program, their financial wellness program, mental and social wellness as well. Additional benefits include paid time off, including paid holidays, adoption assistance, and paid maternity and parental leave, tuition assistance, company-sponsored training and development resources such as LinkedIn Learning, language training, and mentoring programs. Benefits may vary for bargained locations. Confirm benefit eligibility with your recruiter. So if all of that sounds good to you, then you would come here to this button here and select Apply to the Job. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. Over here in Springfield, this is JPAC or GPAC. So we're looking for the agriculture loan officer. So they are looking for this role in multiple locations in Missouri. There's Joplin, there's Columbia, there is Branson. I'm not going to even try to say this, but it's this location. There's Rolla, St. St. Joseph. Let me type in Springfield. All right, so the agriculture loan officers or agriculture leaders, lenders, work to help farmers and rural citizens obtain funds needed to fund their operations, purchase property, and more. AG lending is more than just cold calling prospects. The right individual will need to meet with farmers and business owners face to face to build relationships. An agricultural lender has knowledge of the industry, the market area, and keeps up to date with rules and regulations. The company is looking for an individual who is family oriented and has a passion for the AG industry and helping others. They are the requirements. You will need 1+ years of community banking experience. Personal and professional experience in agriculture is a must. Outstanding verbal and written communication skills, exceptional negotiation skills, bachelor's degree or corresponding education and related training, manage and grow a loan portfolio, make sales calls to achieve sales goals. Now this is the responsibilities. Meet benchmark in multiple facets, including but not limited to profitability and credit quality, promote new businesses development, work well with support staff and executive management. This opportunity includes an excellent compensation and benefits package. This bank prides itself on retaining employees and has one of the best 10-year backgrounds in the area. And then it gives more details to be considered for this position and others. Please apply with a resume. With any more questions or inquiries, you can email Nash Wirgen at nash.wirgen@gogpac.com. So you will apply with your resume. You will select the apply button to move forward. Next up on our list is another familiar company many of us are familiar with, Purdue. All right, so they do have 3 farm technician roles in Missouri. There's Pierce City, Monette. There's 2 in Monette. So I'm gonna just pick one here. And then it starts off with a summary, and then it goes into more details of those duties and education. So a summary sums up everything listed here. You will assist in maximizing the productivity of the breeding herd by making quality matings and meetings breeding targets. Assist in all aspects of farrowing to help meet weekly shipping targets of full value pigs, ensuring that all animals across the farm have received proper feed, water, ventilation, and bedding on a daily basis, and 100% of all in our protocol and guidelines are followed, assisting with all other aspects of the farm to ensure farm goals are met and tasks are completed on a daily basis. Properly carry out the heat checking and breeding protocol, assisting animal movement and placement to ensure proper animal handling goals are met and sows gilts are penned appropriately. Make seasonal appropriate adjustments to ventilation, bedding, and sprinklers. Maintenance and cleaning of waters, feeders, and pens. Complete proper procedures for day 1 pig care fostering. Assist with processing and vaccination of piglets in accordance with company procedures. Assist with the treatment care of sows across the farms, assist in cleaning, bedding, farrowing, and gestation pens, and clean out and disinfecting farrowing room after weaning. Keep, communicate, and report accurate records on a daily basis. Maintain correct temperature, ventilation settings, and all of that is associated with the equipment in full working order as requested. Ensure maintenance of manure, scrapper feeder lines, feeders, waterers, gates, curtains, any other duties as assigned, requested or directed by management supervisor. Minimum education is of a high school diploma, must possess a valid driver's license, ability to lift a minimum of 50 pounds, ability to problem solve, be a critical thinker, goal-oriented, and a team player. And we have the apply button there if you are into moving forward with that role. Moving right along, we have Flora Farms. Take a look at their careers page. Which it is found on Indeed. The role we're looking for is General Lab Technician Extraction Team. So Flora Farms is looking for passionate and knowledgeable general lab technicians to join our manufacturing team. The responsibilities of general lab technicians are to work in a fast-paced atmosphere with the production of pre-rolls, edibles, productions, labeling, and packaging. Operate lab equipment to full optimization, maintain, calibrate, and troubleshoot lab equipment, record and analyze data and report in detail, ensure laboratory safety by following established protocols and regulations, Maintain a clean and organized environment, work independently and efficiently, conduct routine maintenance. Qualifications, there are a list here. You must be 21 or older to apply, able to pass a federal and state of Missouri criminal background check, must be able to obtain an agent ID through the state of Missouri, high school diploma or equivalent required, knowledge of cannabis products, reliable transportation, open ability and holiday ability, positive attitude, problem-solving skills, basic machinery knowledge is a plus, strong work ethic, ability to lift at least 40 pounds, ability to stand for long periods of time, proven experience as a lab technician or similar role in a laboratory environment, knowledge of laboratory techniques and equipment, strong analytical and problem-solving skills, attention to detail and accuracy in conducting tests, excellent communication and teamwork skills, familiarity with safety and regulations and laboratory best practices. All right, scrolling on down, we do have their benefits. There is employer-paid health insurance for the employee, competitive wage, holiday pay, employee discount, fun and exciting work environment in a rapidly growing industry. It is full-time, salary is $15 per hour. Shift is 8-hour shift, training for 1 to 2 months on first shift, then move to the second shift, which is 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. 5 days per week. Work location is in person, of course. The job is full-time now. More so, they would give you more clarification as far as what your rate would be, because I know you do see 17 here, but that is the range. It is 17 to 15. Then we did go over what those benefits are. So if they interest you, you will select the apply button here. And let's get into the last one, then we'll move on to the next state. This is Douglas Guard Services Corporation. Now this one here is considered more so like a bonus. Then I have one other that I'm going to go over that is also considered more so like an extra bonus. So I'm just going to select the St. Louis, Missouri one and just give you a little bit about what this role entails. So the field representative is to perform inventory inspections at business locations on a part-time as needed basis. All work is scheduled by the field representative, must be performed during normal business hours, Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There are no weekends. A knowledge of inventory finance, retail dealership operations, or floor plan financing is beneficial but not required. A willingness to learn and function within a team atmosphere is important. Compensation is $22.50 an hour plus mileage. Essential responsibilities and skills and qualification. You will perform physical inspections of dealer inventories and reconcile to dealer records. Communicate effectively with dealer and home office personnel, verify collateral assets condition, and provide prompt and accurate reporting. Schedule and route inspections to ensure efficient completion without required timeline. Utilize a company-supplied tablet, PC, and performance or of services. Possess a smartphone, Android or iOS. Flexible schedule and available during weekday business hours, reliable transportation and a valid driver's license, willing to travel within a 100-mile radius, comfortable using mobile applications, detail-oriented and willing to learn, good communication skills. Transferable experience would be home inspector, insurance adjuster, mortgage inspector, and inventory control specialist. And to apply, of course, here is the button there. And that last bonus that I said we will go into is this one here. It's not a position that is necessarily in the area, but I just wanted to bring it forth so that you can check it out. Maybe someone that is in the Overland Park or Liberty, Missouri area could apply for this. All right, so this is the role. It is a grower who will report to the head grower and also assistant head grower. And then it goes into the working conditions, required qualifications, auxiliary role, function, and key responsibilities. And then it does give you an introduction of the role. So you can pause the video here to read that. Key responsibilities is primary crop irrigator, manages all watering decisions within sections while directing grower, assistant, and greenhouse associates on proper irrigation. This includes selecting, mixing, and applying proper fertility, keep injectors and chemical areas clean and organized, make a minimum of 3 crop checks per day, work together with head growers to accomplish daily tasks, works with head growers and IPM supervisor to protect crops from pests and disease, daily record keeping may include primary irrigation, ppm and fertilizer use, chemical application, water alkalinity, soil pH or EC, crop pictures, greenhouse opening and closing procedures, as well as optimizing greenhouse environment with utilization of various equipment. Maintain a clean greenhouse and growing space by removing trash, dust, debris, and weeds. Assisting in scouting for pests and disease. Demonstrate the ability to maintain a positive attitude despite stressful situations. You will be expecting to multitask in a fast-paced environment and tackle high-pressure situations with clear focus. Communication is key to any healthy organization and requires every team member to take ownership of their area of expertise. Make yourself available to head grower and peers to ensure proper execution of tasks. Routinely check in with the head grower upon completion of tasks. This may include another department leader if asked to help cover other departments. Prioritize responsibilities with head grower to reach high efficiency while maintaining quality that meets regulatory guidelines. Must be able to work independently with minimum supervision. Flexibility of scheduling and work hours will fluctuate depending on the timing of applications and seasonality in relation to temperature and pest pressure. We anticipate that there will be early mornings and late shifts, adaptable to new technologies, and then there is the required qualifications needed. And so you can certainly pause the video there to go over those qualifications. And then there is the working conditions. So after going into these, and if you feel like this is a good role for you based on the area that you are in. Now this one is focused more so on Kansas, and it's Kansas City, Kansas at that. So it's a different state in so again, which is not, it's about an hour, maybe a 2 from the area, but if that does interest you, you will go ahead and hit the apply button. All right, so we're moving on here. The next state we're going into is the state of Virginia. This is a company called Maymont. And okay, let's see, careers page. Okay, jobs. They are hiring a farm specialist here. Oh, here we go. We're going to view this job. So the pay is $15 per hour. Essential functions, not also this role is part-time. Your primary area of responsibility includes cleaning, general maintenance and repair, and guest interaction in the barn, horse pasture, cattle pasture, and 6 main pastures. This position reports to the senior manager of zoology. Essential functions: maintains the appearance of the facilities by cleaning and prepping all animal enclosures and pastures to meet Maymont standards for animal care and guest experience. Maintains animal stalls and pens by working independently to perform repairs and or facility improvements. Maintains daily records and reports issues with animal facilities, assists animal keepers with shifting animals from the barn to the pastures in the morning and back to the barn in the afternoon, maintains the well-being of the horses by performing daily routines such as hoof kicks, brushing, and any other tasks based on the season, provides great guest experiences to individuals and groups through meaningful guest interactions, behind the scene tours, special programs and events, workshops and classes, participates in Maymont special events as needed, which may be outside of regular work schedule, assists with other duties and tasks as assigned. Competencies: great attitude, energy and enthusiasm, ability to follow details, written or oral instruction, ability to work with a farm animal, ability to work a flexible schedule including nights, weekends, special events, and holidays, ability to work effectively and professionally with coworkers and Maymont visitors, ability to pass a background check, valid driver's license required with reliable transportation to and from Maymont. As far as education and experience, you do need a minimum of high school diploma or equivalent, proficiency in the use of tools, hand or power, including weed eaters and mowers, experience in performing repairs such as wooden fencing, broad mending, and other minor repairs. Experience in caring for horses is preferred. Physical demands is frequently sitting, standing, walking, and talking for extended periods. Frequent climbing, bending, stooping, and lifting up to 50 pounds. Ability to work inside and outside in all weather conditions. Specific vision abilities required by the job include close vision, distance vision, depth perception, and the ability to adjust focus. Again, it's part-time, hourly. One thing I want to note is that it does have a note here that this position description is in no way stating or implying that these are the only duties to be performed by the employee occupying this position. Employees will be required to follow any other job-related instructions and perform other job-related duties. And to apply, which takes a quick 3 minutes. Okay, here we are at Stranges. As you can see, plain and simple here in bold, we're hiring. So we're going to get to their job board. Let's see if we get there from here. Okay, so I just wanted to go over one of their positions, which is part-time. It is a floral designer. The hours are 25 to 27 hours per week. And it does let you know that it's located in Mechanicsville Turnpike. They are seeking a designer for their Mechanicsville location. The floral designer is responsible for arranging live and artificial floral arrangements for daily orders and events such as holidays, anniversaries, weddings, socials, and fuels in a timely manner in order to meet particular order deadlines and company standards. Previous for industry experience is required. Now, you must have exceptional customer service skills, assist in processing files when needed, proven ability to manage multiple tasks and prioritize accordingly to meet deadlines and quality standards, knowledge of flower varieties and design techniques. Responsibilities include you will design floral arrangements and or other items to fill customer orders, ensure that the cooler is clean and filled on a regular basis, maintain cleanliness of work area, perform other related duties as assigned by management. And interested in the role, even they're asking, then you will select the apply now, apply online here in order to move forward with that one. Next on our list, we have Land Record Inc. Let's check out their careers page. So Land Record hires in different fields. They hire forestry groundsmen, arborists, operators, tree trimmers, and foremen. That's what they have. So they have different roles that you can apply to. But I do want to get into their perks. So they have full-time positions, often allowing overtime, competitive pay, paid vacation time, per diem for travel, health benefits that include medical, dental, and vision, IRA retirement enrollment, a true team environment focused on safety and quality, leadership that values new ideas and feedback, a values-driven, forward-thinking company, routine training opportunities for leadership and staff. And you will go here to the Apply Now button to fill out an application. And as you're going through the application, you'll let them know what may interest you. So there are 10 steps to the application, not long at all. If this company does interest you, then you would come here to apply. Moving right along. So we have GitLake. He's in here for us. Okay, here we are. Grounds laborer. This is the one I wanted to go over, although as you can see, they have several. The location is at Naval Station, Norfolk, and it is $17.75 an hour. This position is seasonal, it's going all the way up until November. So in this role, you do perform the day-to-day operations of the federal site grounds maintenance contract. You follow and apply all safety procedures to meet federal and company standards, halting any operations or activity that constitutes an imminent hazard to personnel or equipment, and assisting in the activities of the safety committee by promptly reporting unsafe conditions to an immediate supervisor, to include wearing all personnel protection equipment for assigned function, fosters an atmosphere that promotes human rights for our clients, and ensures training, incident reporting of all personnel regarding human rights violations, responsible for working with a positive team spirit and producing quality work, responsible for appropriate conduct and demeanor as dictated by GitLake policy, ensures the correct operation of all equipment and hand tools assigned, follows and conforms to established company standard operating procedures, fosters teamwork while balancing team and individual responsibilities, gives feedback to nurture a positive team spirit and quality performance and models dependability, hard work, strong business ethics, and professional personal appearance. Assists in managing department purchasing and budgeting by ensuring minimal waste of assigned equipment, products, and materials, completes and maintains all DIDLAC required training. There is no education required, but you have to have the skills and abilities. So there are 3 months of experience in grounds maintenance that is needed, ability to obtain and maintain the appropriate credentials, background check is required by the contract, must have the ability to communicate effectively, must be able to learn and properly use the operator maintenance of routine grounds maintenance equipment and hand tools. Access to the work site for this position may require a valid real ID as of May 7, 2025. Schedule hours is from 7 a.m. to 3:30. Again, it's full-time. It's $17.75. And to apply for the role, you would come here and click the Apply button. Next up, so we have a company by AECOM or AECOM. Check out their careers page. Apply now. So over here in Arlington, we have an environmental engineer. All right. So the environmental engineer support the federal remediation Navy Mid-Atlantic program to participate in a team to help execute a variety of federal investigation remediation projects with oversight from senior managers. The ideal candidate will be able to demonstrate experience and be detail-oriented, excellent written and verbal communication skills, ability to work independently, and be capable of working collaboratively in a high-performance team. The appropriately qualified candidate or applicant will demonstrate experience in working knowledge of environmental regulations, requirements, environmental science principles, and site characterization methods. Responsibilities include, but are not limited to, support planning and executing projects for the federal government in the areas of environmental restoration, perform environmental regulatory research and analysis, develop and implement environmental solutions and best management practices, and support environmental projects, interface with clients to identify technical requirements, write work planning documents and technical reports, lead and assist with field work, including sampling and data collection at project sites, participate in teams of scientists and technicians in execution of project tasks, analyze data sets, draw conclusions, and develop risk management recommendations, manage personal workloads, appraising project managers of progress and obstacles, and presenting project outputs for final delivery, meet required schools. So it's meet required schedules while producing quality work, work independently with minimum supervision, and complete multiple tasks under tight deadlines, work both in a team environment and without supervision, strong work ethic, and professional demeanor. Minimum requirement is BS from an accredited university in engineering and 6 years of experience or demonstrated equivalency of experience and or education, valid U.S. driver's license due to the nature of the work U.S. citizens is required. And then it gives the list of preferred experience. But if this does interest you, then you will go ahead and select the Apply Now button. All right, here we are at University of California. I'm going to head on over to their careers page. I'm going to select View All. This is the role I wanted to go over. It was posted on May 15th. They are going to be reviewing the applications on June 25th. It looks like the applications does not close out until September, but I would not wait. I would go ahead and put mine in as early as possible if I were you. And now it does go over the descriptions here of the role, position details. So if you do come to this page or on this video, you can pause it in order to read the information, to get an overview, and then as well as with the position details. Yeah, I like to focus on the qualifications, skills, experience. So at the time of your appointment, a minimum of a master's degree in weed science, origami, botany, botany, or a related field is required. Knowledge and experience in crop production and weed management are a related field. Ability and means to travel on a flexible schedule as needed, and has proof of liability and property damage insurance on the vehicle use is required. Must possess a valid California's driver's license to drive a county or university vehicle. The CE advisor must possess or obtain within 1 year a qualified pesticides applicator certification or QAC or license QAL prior to applying or supervising the application of any pesticide. Additional skills required. Applicants need to meet appointment criteria for the respective University of California academic title series and evidence of for success in meeting required academic advancement criteria as per UC academic personnel manuals. Applications need to document relevant research extension and teaching experience and appropriate scholarly academics, interested in and a desire to pursue a career in the UCANR, UC Cooperative Extension, technical competence and impact. The candidate should understand key concepts to optimize engagement and development, and be able to design and implement a program that leads to positive changes and impact within the community and beyond. Demonstrate excellent in written, oral, interpersonal, and information technology communication skills, collaborate, teamwork, and flexibility. The candidate should demonstrate the ability to work collaboratively as a team member with key external stakeholders and county-based staff, as well as other colleagues with UCANR. Lifelong learning. Advisors are expected to evolve and grow through their careers and respond to changes in the industry, clientele, and organizational structure. And then they do list their desired experiences that they would like for you to have, which is experience in successful extension programming or community development, deep understanding of origami and weed management, and be able to design and implement a program that leads to positive changes and impact within the community and beyond. Demonstrate excellent in written, oral, interpersonal, and information technology communication skills. Demonstrate ability to share complex information in a manner tailored to the audience. Demonstrated ability to work collaboratively as a team member with industry and other stakeholders, able to adapt as circumstances warranted, aware and willing to actively promote diversity, equity, and inclusion and extend knowledge accordingly. We got to get to this. So the closing date is June 25th, and it is open until filled. Now, as far as their benefits, the benefits include health insurance, retirement plans, 2 days per month paid vacation, 1 day per month paid sick leave, and paid holidays. This position is eligible for sabbatical leave privileges as per the terms of the university policy. For more information, refer to the UC Benefits website. Now, as far as pay, it is $82,900 to $105,000 to $2,000 per year, and it is, it's based on your qualifications. Now, for the application, there are requirements for it also. You can't just hit apply. You need to have your most recent updated CV or resume. There needs to be a cover letter. There needs to be a statement of research and extension. Statement of research and extension that needs to be 2 pages. It's 2 pages long. It does need to include how your current and or past research and extension experience could contribute to or be applicable to the needs of the local community. Provide examples of potential goals and outcomes from your research and extension activities. There needs to be 3 references, the names, titles, and contact information, and also a college level transcript. Electronic transcripts or legible scanned copies PDF of original transcripts will be accepted. The transcript must identify coursework completed, grades earned, degree conferred, and conferred dates. Please do not send transcripts that are password protected. Need 3 to 5 required references. Again, now, if you have all of that, go ahead and select Apply Now, which leads us to the next role. This is governmentjobs.com. Okay, we need to put the actual role here. I'm going to type that in. I was looking for one in particular, but they do have several, so I will go over this one, which is the Director of District Environmental Services. It does provide the description, salary, job functions, and what they're looking for. Let's see here. Minimum requirements, certificates, license, physical class. And there is the special required information. And so I'm a bit disappointed that I was not able to locate the exact role that I was looking for to go over with you. But what you can do, though, is definitely come here to jobs.com and you can search many jobs. They have them across different states. I'm going to move forward. So this is UPE resources. We're going to look at the vegetation management supervisor. It does give you a bit about the company and their background and description, And then it gives us the details of the role and how you could just come down here to fill out the information, attach your resume, and hit submit. So I'm going to go into this. So as a UVM operations supervisor, you will assume a pivotal role in the daily management of your team of 5 overseeing utility vegetation management operations. Your primary responsibility lies in ensuring that each team member attains and maintains safety, quality, and production goals. Integral to your role is the execution of audits to validate compliance with established standards. A thorough understanding and application of all company policies and procedures are essential, with an obligation to enforce them when necessary. As a leader with the organization, the UVM operations supervisor is inherently a support figure, readily addressing the needs, issues, and requests for assistance from team members. Your position serves as a vital link between your team and upper management, embodying the role of a bridge that facilitates effective communication and collaboration. This position demands a nuanced skill set encompassing operational oversight, adherence to standards, leadership, and interpersonal support. The successful candidate will contribute significantly to the team's success by ensuring operational excellence, fostering a culture of compliance, and providing essential support to team members. Your responsibilities will include leading and supervising a team of 5 utility pre-inspectors, provide guidance, training, and support to ensure the team's success, oversee identification, inspection, and evaluation of trees and bushes along utility lines, review and approve vegetation assessments and mitigation work for utility clearance and protection, act as a where are we? Liaison between clients and client customers, discuss and negotiate line clearance, crew access issues, ensure compliance with regulatory requirements and industry standards, provide detailed reports on vegetation management activities to clients and management, facilitate ongoing training and development for the team, conduct quality control audits on a regular basis for your team. You do need 3 years of utility vegetation management experience, ISA certified arborist designation is required for leadership positions. Tree risk assessor qualification is required for leadership positions, and it can be obtained within 6 months of hire. Insurable valid driver's license. And it is full-time, pays $40 to $49.50 per hour. The benefits include 401k with company matching, dental insurance, health insurance, vision insurance, paid time off based on duration of employment, professional development assistance, company provided vehicle for business use, company cell phone, company gas card, paid agricultural training and certification programs, 1 hour 1 hour paid drive time daily, other perks available by position. I'm gonna get into another one here. This company is LAUSD, which is Los Angeles Unified Ready for the World. I'm gonna go to our employees tab. I think this is the one that we want to be under. Yes, it is. So with this company, you can pursue several of their classified. They do have roles for technical professionals, skilled workers, support staff, executives, community champions, the crucial responsibilities of supporting the business of education. So they have a career path in multiple, but of course we would be more so looking at maybe procurement services, transportation, or facility services. But they have a lot, so you can certainly come through here, check out the career areas, employee benefits, and then their hiring process. And you can select one of these areas below in order to continue forward and to see what their job descriptions are about. All right, so we are on Bay Area Air District.gov. Okay, under their About section is where we will find their job opportunities. We want to go to their positions that are open to the public. This is the one that I want to go into here, the compliance and enforcement. Salary is $103,401.49 to $138,567.88. It is a full-time job, and this is their list of benefits for this job, which is all of these for full-time benefits. So I'll let you take a pause there to look at those. And I went there first because I know a lot of people want to see what are the benefits first. Okay, it's a good role, it's a good job, but what are the benefits first? I know I haven't really been going over the benefits first, but I just wanted to point that out. And so here it goes over the position of an air quality specialist. The general duties are all listed here as well. Representative duties, compliance, and enforcement. So this is a lot to read through, and that just tells you how to apply for it. But definitely come here, check out this role, check out the benefits first. If there's something that fits you, then come over here. Make sure to read through this description and read through it thoroughly, read everything. And then if the information in this role does interest you, then you would go over here and select the Apply Now button. Let's go on over to the next company, which is Audubon Canyon Ranch, Facilities and Land Stewardship Specialist. So this role is full-time, excellent benefits, generous paid time off, starting pay between $33 and $35 an hour, standard work week of $37.50 an hour. And this is a traveling position with work taking place in Sonoma and Mary counties. Work truck provided. Desired start date is August 11th. And then it gets into the purpose of the role. This specialist serves as an essential role in the maintenance and repair of facilities, infrastructure, lands, tools, and equipment central to our mission, working alone and with employees, volunteers, contractors, and others. Audubon Canyon Ranch is going through an exciting phase. Having recently adopted a 5-year strategic plan, new board members and new employees, the facilities and land stewardship specialists will provide essential support to our organization. They are actively striving to diversify their workforce and seeking applicants from all backgrounds, abilities, cultures, orientations, identities, and communities. So to apply, you would send your email and resume cover letter. You will email your resume and cover letter, title with last name, first name, resume, last name, first name, cover letter, to and it says the email here, and that's with facilities and land stewardship specialists in the subject. Priority application deadline is July 1st, 2025 at 5 p.m. And then, of course, if that is not enough information for you, you can click here to see the full position and description. Autonomy is the next one. Heading over to their careers page, they have what you call a field test operator. So about the role, they're looking for an enthusiastic field test operator to join their test engineering team. You will be responsible for operating and testing new and existing autonomous vehicle systems through the entire product life cycle. You will coordinate with hardware and software teams to address new product issues and provide feedback for design improvements. This role is based in our South San Francisco office. You will develop and maintain test site infrastructure and a fleet of autonomous vehicles, test or our full production platform in vineyards and orchards throughout Sonoma County, create data sets on product performance, reliability, and maintenance, identify product issues by operating with a critical eye and knowledge of our systems, capture bugs, and document reproduction scenarios for the software team to debug, execute test plans and regular regression tests, support customer trials, collect feedback and resolve any technical issues, work with SW engineers to troubleshoot issues and tune new features. You will bring experience with agriculture, land maintenance, and heavy machinery, experience operating software-enabled products. Examples would be drone operation using associated software and maintenance procedures, bachelor's degree and 2-year plus degree of experience in a professional and product-driven environment, experience working hands-on with electrical and mechanical components, strong communication skills, curiosity to learn about new technology, ability to work outdoors for extended periods in hot and cold weather. What makes you a strong fit will be your experience that you've pretty much done, your understanding of how things work, your willingness, your ability, your drive, and your communication skills. And so the role is $70,000 to $85,000 a year, and of course it's based on your qualifications. There is unlimited PTO plus equity plus benefits, and then we do get into those benefits here, which is 100% covered medical, dental, and vision for the employee. Cost plus partner, children, or family is additional. Commuter benefits, flexible spending account or FSA, life insurance, short and long-term disability, 401k plan, stock options, collaborative work environment, working alongside passionate, mission-driven folks. And their interview process is generally conducted in 4 phases. One is the phone screen with people operations for 30 minutes. 2 is a video interview with the hiring manager for 45 minutes. 3 is then a panel interview, which the video interview scheduled with key stakeholders. Each interview will be 30 to 45 minutes. And for a final interview with the CEO, CFO, VP of engineering, which is 30 minutes each. So you want to plan like an entire day. If you're going to be selected in that process, you definitely need the time to be able to complete those interviews. And if that interests you, you will, of course, here go to the Apply Now button. Okay, moving right along. So we're now going to get into the next position here. Let's get this pulled on up. It's by a company called TerraSend. The role we're looking at specifically with them is their Facilities Technician 2 role. The ideal candidate for this position would be able to diagnose, repair, maintain, and perform general basic maintenance to include HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and mechanical maintenance. The facility technician would be responsible for providing advice to facility leadership about implementation of continuous improvement efforts, including implementation of health, safety, and environmental issues or feedback. The ideal candidate would be able to use a variety of tools, hand equipment, and machinery, and to be able to work with minimum supervision. Then it goes into their benefits, which isn't, they have the employee discount. All the employees are eligible, paid time off, and which for them it varies by state. Health, vision, and dental insurance, 98.6 remote primary care, 401k with 4% matching, 100% vested immediately. Employee assistance program, paid parental leave, life insurance, short and long-term disability, flexible spending account, and wellness program. The physical requirements of this role: you have to stand constantly, walk frequently, reach and twist, turn with hands and arms, climb or balance, and stoop, kneel, crouch, or crawl. Frequently lift and or move up to 20 pounds, occasionally lift and or move up to 50 pounds. Vision abilities required by the job include close vision, distance vision, color vision, peripheral vision, depth perception, and the ability to focus. Now, the position requires working in an environment that has a high amount of plant matter and pollen. Areas of the facility reach high to low temperatures with high humidity levels. Employees may have exposure to conditions such as dust, plant matter, and particles that affect the respiratory system, eyes, or skin, depending on department job assignments. Employees are required to wear protective gear and have the option to wear eye and ear protection. Certain areas of the facility use harsh chemicals for cleaning, such as bleach, and can have repetitive movements. Employees should be comfortable and capable of working under all of the above conditions. Now, the responsibilities include, which we mentioned earlier about the diagnosis, repair, maintain. You do have to perform building and grounds maintenance, including disposing of rubbish and waste materials, removing general safety hazards, and maintaining the overall appearance of the building grounds. Give advice on technical specifications on new equipment and alterations to existing equipment and facilities, including health, safety, and environmental continuous improvement efforts. Work with third-party contractors and vendors, handling emergency service calls and business hours. Observe appearances and conditions of premises and equipment. Report needed repairs, safety hazards, or conditions requiring outside vendor services. Ability to use a variety of hand tools and operating equipment, including forklifts and other duties as needed. You must be 21 years or older and be able to pass a background check. 3+ years HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and mechanical general basic maintenance experience needed or required. advanced experience with maintenance tools and equipment required, excellent problem-solving skills, and the ability to organize and prioritize work with minimal supervision, strong service and quality focus, must be able to stand and walk for long periods of time, climb or balance, stoop, kneel, or crouch, must frequently lift and or move up to 50 or more pounds and regularly move up to 20 to 50 pounds. They are paying $31 to $33 an hour for this role. And then it goes into more detail about their equal employment, equal opportunity employer. Now, just a little quick part, I do want to read about the background check requirement. As a condition of employment, a complete background investigation will be conducted based on the rules of the specific state in which the employee is hired. Typically, the state investigative process includes a state and federal background check. Then it goes into the EEO statement, disclaimer, the organization participates in E-Verify, and then it talks about it in Spanish there. Okay, and if that fits you, then you would just go down to the apply for this job button. Next company we're going to go into is called High Maintenance Trimco. And this is the role, part-time garden work in San Francisco, 7 to 16 hours a week. Now, the trimming rate is $15.50 per hour plus bonus, and their garden rate is $17 to $20 per hour. So this position is for a cannabis processor cultivation assistant. You will work primarily in the post-harvest department, assisting during harvest with duties such as bucking and de-leafing pruning. Additional duties may include sorting, packaging, hand trimming, and making pre-rolls. All positions are hourly paid, again at 17, some positions may be 20. Trimming positions $15.50 per hour plus bonus, meaning you can increase your hourly wage when trimming by increasing production. This position is part-time, meaning you will be assigned shifts based on need and will not have a set schedule every week. Some weeks you will have the option to work up to 32 hours, while other weeks you may be scheduled for 8 hours. Therefore, this position requires flexibility and understanding of how harvest schedules work. Based on performance, professionalism, and production rates, you may have the option to accept additional work assignments and move to full-time employment status. The description. So, you will be training and pruning the cannabis plants, harvesting of garden, and general garden tasks and maintenance. The processing role involves trimming a wide variety of strains, sorting processed material, bucking down product, and maintaining a high level of efficiency and organization. You use scissors and pruners as needed, maintain cleanliness of gardens, processing rooms, and all tools and equipment. Daytime shifts Monday through Friday. Times range between 7 to 9 a.m. But you must be 21 and able to work in the U.S. Reliable transportation, must be willing and able to pass a background check, must be able to sit or stand for long periods and conduct repetitive motions, production-oriented, able to lift and move up to 50 pounds, be reliable, punctual, and able to accept on-call assignments, flexible with schedule and traveling between facilities if needed, ability to work independently and self-motivated, but also be a team player and able to collaborate on projects, strong work ethic and take pride and responsibility in work, ability to meet production requirements as needed, as outlined by each facility, communicate professionally and provide excellent customer service for clients at all times, passion for the cannabis industry and open to education on all cannabis-related topics, wear required PPE, face masks, and gloves at all times. You do want to include any relevant experience you have in your cover letter, such as traditional or personal experience. To get started for this role, you just scroll down and apply. And note that I did mention cover letter. So therefore, you will need to have a cover letter written. Next position will be by the California Department of Food and Agriculture. So if for this one, you kind of got to get your application in like immediately because the final filing date is on the night, which is this coming Monday. So they are paying $17.77 to $21.23 per hour. So under supervision of the senior environmental scientist or supervisory, the incubator performs non-professional assignments of average difficulty in the field or office setting. These assignments may include activities related to animal health, food safety, emergency management, and other special programs and functions. The agriculture technician 1 must have knowledge of the Microsoft Office suite, the ability to communicate and follow both oral and written instructions, and ability to work with others as a team. Receive hands-on training by observing other CDFA employees in their response to current outbreaks, including field work and data collection. Enter relevant data, including new and existing animal health facilities, ranches, dairies, and other locations into the AHFSS Emerging Threats Database System to ensure priority information is ready and accurate upon need. Travel throughout the state with AHFSS field staff to act as an additional help in field inspections, assist field staff in gathering samples, correct or cleanse existing data in the AHFSS's centralized animal health and food safety inspection and reporting database to ensure it is ready during animal disease outbreak. Answer phone line and direct to appropriate staff when needed, response to animal health emergencies, and serve as an incident management team member. Travel through the state during emergency outbreaks for long periods of time, including weekends and holidays. Candidates may perform these essential functions with or without reasonable accommodation. You will find additional information about the job in the duty statement. Working conditions. The duties of this position are mostly conducted indoors. However, incubant may occasionally be required to work outside in under difficult conditions. Now, as far as indoor, you are operating a computer with various software systems, including email and word processing. You are entering data into a computer database. You are operating a telephone, fast-mouth, calculator, and copier. You are operating various filing drawers and bins. You are processing paperwork and samples and presenting to large groups. Outdoor activities are a little different, of course, because they're outdoors, but you'll be working in livestock facilities at various locations, including sales yards and milking parlors, inspecting livestock at farms, ranches, and sales yards or other livestock facilities, taking samples from livestock at farms, ranches, sale yards, or other livestock facilities, frequent travel by state vehicle or other modes of transportation to various locations in California, standing for extended periods of time, potential exposure to allergens. The incubant may encounter confrontational, unfriendly, or irate or irate individuals, quickly move heavy gates, stampeding livestock, crowd milking parlors, feedlots, swine pens, and broiler barns. Heavy machinery, extreme temperatures, high levels of noise, various unpleasant odors, sick and diseased animals, steep or uneven terrain, regularly or recurring. Telework may appear as part of the incumbent's ongoing regular schedule in accordance with CDFA's telework policy. Now, for minimal requirements, you can always go here to find the minimal requirements and additional documents, which is the duty statement that we discussed earlier, then also the job application package checklist. And that's where you would go to go ahead and get your application going. If you want to know more about benefits, you can go to here, CALHR website and CALPRS website. Okay, so the next one here that we're going to go into is the California Farm and Garden website, Farm and Garden Assistant in San Diego. So this is a role that is ongoing meaning that they are always hiring for this role. They are looking for someone who can help the team in maintaining a variety of residential and commercial fruit and vegetable gardens on a day-to-day basis. There are any numbers of farming and gardening tasks you could be working on for each client, including but not limited to fertilizing and amending the soil, treating gardens and orchard for pests and diseases, planting each client's seasonal favorites, adjusting irrigation, pruning fruit trees, making sure each farm and garden is both beautiful and productive. This is the perfect opportunity for any individual interested in professional growth and stability while being part of the local and sustainable food movement. We've created a workplace culture that attracts some of the finest people you'll ever meet. Our pursuit is to attract and keep the best by investing in a culture that fosters passion, excitement, and achievement. So already from there, you can tell that the work environment is going to be very relaxing, exciting, one that you should be able to adapt to. As far as qualifications, you must have professional experience with gardening or farming fruits and vegetables using organic methods, including cultivating soil with fertilizers and amendments, planting, watering, pruning, identifying pests and diseases, weeding, harvesting, must be proficient and comfortable using farm and garden tools such as shovel, pitchfork, wheelbarrow, sprayer, and other landscaping gardening tools, lifting up to 50 pounds, working outside doing physical farming activity for up to 8 hours per day, regularly waking up early. Other must-haves include valid driver's license, reliable daily transportation, excellent customer service skills, positive attitude, and a desire to expand knowledge, keen observational abilities, and attention to detail. Beneficial if you have experience with Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Calendar. Now, the compensation. So they have both full and part-time positions available all Monday through Friday. Pay is based on your experience and competitive. There is a slew of benefits which will include health insurance full-time only if you're full-time, retirement account, paid time off or PTO, paid holidays full-time only, education reimbursement, annual reviews and pay examinations, annual automatic cost of living raises, friendly office dog, fun and positive culture. Now that fits you and you're interested, then what you want to do is send your resume over to jobs at CAF Farming, cafarmandgarden.com. Again, that's Farm and Garden.com. The Davy Tree Expert Company. And there's a apply now button right there. So it's not difficult to get to. So this is a trimmer trainee. You would trim and remove trees, remove unwanted disease or dying limbs on trees, or to affect the health and safety of the tree or surrounding areas by performing the following duties. Compensation, they pay 20 to 24 per hour, but your job duties, you will learn to climb trees. And yes, you will get paid to climb trees. Operate as a member of a tree crew while progressively learning new skills. Learn to perform all aspects of tree pruning and removal services safely and skillfully for clients, including but not limited to tree identification and industry pruning guidelines. Prune, thinning, and remove dead wood throughout the tree canopy. Learn how to install cables, bracing, and lightning protection systems. Assist in removal of hazardous trees. Properly maintain, prepare, and operate all tools and equipment, including chainsaws, clippers, aerial lifts, and more. How high you grow depend on you. So basically what they're saying is that in this role, the sky is the limit. If you are wanting to earn more or grow within the company, then your success in your career with them, it depends solely on you. So what they look for is people who love being outdoors. They do prefer background in forestry, horticulture, landscaping, or working at heights. Ability to complete the Davy Tree Trimmer Orientation Program upon hire, ability to complete the Davy Tree First Aid, CPR, and Defensive Driving course upon hire. They do prefer relevant pesticide and related licenses and certificates if required by state law. Now, although it's saying for the ones that I mentioned that they do prefer them, they prefer that, but it does not mean that it is required. What we offer, so what they offer is paid time off and paid holidays, opportunities for advancement, all job-specific equipment and safety gear provided, 401k retirement savings plan with a company match, employee-owned company and discounted stock purchase options, group health plans, employee referral bonus program, locations throughout the U.S. and major cities and desirable areas, career development program supported by industry experts, safety specialists, and skills trainers. Scholar programs for children of employees, charitable matching gift programs. All listed benefits are available to all eligible employees. Then it gives you an overview of the company in their divisional overview. Sounds like a good fit for you. Then you want to go ahead and select that apply button. Our next website is WPS. Let's go ahead and check out their careers or job opportunities. We're looking for an associate consultant, water sources engineering. Let's see if that role still exists, and it does. So they are in San Diego, but also Los Angeles as well, if you're in the Los Angeles area. They are needing a full-time assistant water resource engineer for the San Diego office to be involved in projects with water team and be a part of an organization that values the growth of their employees while solving their clients' challenges. So as far as your impact, you will perform basic professional water resources engineering work related to water supply, quality management, stormwater facilities, irrigation facilities, culverts, hydrology, open channel hydraulics, bridge hydraulics, flood plain modeling mapping, hydraulic modeling, canal development, river stream habitat restoration, and fish passage, waste disposal, pollution control and treatment, collect, compile, and analyze data from the physical work site, surveys, blueprints, GIS data, surface utility information, maps, geotechnical data, and other matrices for project development, design, and construction. Okay, so you want to prepare data and visualizations such as tables, charts, accurate reports, sketches, calculations, and illustrations for the interpretation or presentation of data, figures, or analysis. You write technical reports summarizing research with findings and conclusions, generating complete, accurate, and concise documentation using electronic systems and software. You will work as an individual or as part of a cross-functional team of engineers, planners, and scientific professionals to execute project work. You'll maintain quality control standards and procedures for accurate and precise measurements, statistical analysis and reporting, complete training on assigned tasks, exercise responsible and ethical decision-making regarding company funds, resources, and conduct and adhere to WSP's Code of Conduct and related policies and procedures. Perform additional responsibilities as required by business needs. So we looked at the required qualifications. Bachelor's degree in civil or environmental engineering with a focus in water resources or closely related discipline, 1 to 3 years of relevant post-education experience in water resources engineering, knowledge of water resource engineering, principles, practices, process, design, build, and the application to construction, permitting, and project work related issues. Familiarity with the concept of professional water resource engineering, work-related water supply, quality management and treatment for various end uses, recreationally, commercially, and or industrially. Analytical mindset with an ability to exercise sound judgment in evaluating situations and making decisions, strong interpersonal and communication skills when interacting with others, expressing ideas effectively and professionally to an engineering and non-engineering audience, capable self-leadership with attention to detail, accuracy, multitasking, and prioritization of responsibilities in a dynamic work environment, ability to work independently with minimum supervision, as well as part of a team to meet business objectives, basic proficiency with technical writing, office, automation, software, technology, math principles, predictive models, spreadsheets, and tools, proven track record of upholding workplace safety, and ability to abide by WSP's health, safety, and drug alcohol harassment policies, ability to work schedules conducive to project-specific requirements that may extend beyond the typical work week. Occasional travel may be required. depending on project-specific requirements. Now, there is preferred education, not required, but preferred engineer and training certification, prior design experience using AutoCAD, Civil 3D, or Bentley MicroStation software, a member of and actively participate in local professional practice organizations. As far as compensation, they are expecting your salary to be between $65,400 and $107,910. That's always based on different factors. Then it gives you a little bit about their company and their background. Next, we are going to, and of course, you will apply below. Next, we'll get to the next company, Recon. Okay, so they are now hiring for the habitat restoration field technician. It's over in Oakland. And it does give you a little bit about them. This is pretty short. Let me just read through this for you. Recon Environmental Inc. is a full-service environmental consulting and habitat restoration firm with over 50 years of experience in California and Arizona. We are employee-owned, hardworking, and operate within a casual and collaborative work environment. We offer the right candidate a team-oriented, caring environment that is client-focused, flexible, and committed to providing high-quality service. Planting, hand weeding, trash clearing, raking, salvaging plant material, trenches, and erosion control, hauling rocks, and other miscellaneous construction work. Must be able to scoop, stand, and bend for extended periods of time and work on uneven or difficult terrain and environments of fluctuating temperatures. Must be able to lift 50 pounds and be able to use required and equipment such as line trimmers, sprays, equipment, etc. Knowledge of California native plants is highly desirable, although not required. Training will be provided if necessary to applicants willing and eager to acquire plant identification skills. Now, the salary is $20. And if you are qualified, then you should be submitting your resume with your salary requirements to ads@reconenvironmental.com. And they do offer a generous compensation and benefits package, including PTO and sick leave, medical and dental insurance, life insurance, long-term disability, flexible spending accounts, a 401k plus employer match, and employee stock ownership. We are a central location in Mission Valley. Some building amenities, including on-site gym, cafe, and parking is available. Now we're going to change states. We're moving over from California over to Wyoming. So the company here is the city of Cheyenne. Let's see, we want to get to their employment job postings. Let's see if we can type this one in here. There we go. So we're looking at their weed and pest invasive weed management specialist. It is a full-time role. The pay is $48,096 to $57,715. Your supervisor would be the weed and pest manager. Now, under the direct supervision of that weed and pest manager and the field supervisor, you will perform inspections and control activities as required, work with property owners, the public, and other government entities as part of an integrated pest management program. Your primary duties and responsibilities, you will use GPS/GIS enable devices to collect spatial data related to weed and pest distribution, safely mix, load, and apply pesticides, collaborate, clean, and maintain equipment, identify invasive, noxious, and beneficial native plant species, instruct and supervise seasonal employees in inspection and field control operations, safely operate equipment relevant to vegetation or insect management, such as trucks, ATVs, backpack sprayers, loaders, carts, etc., in a variety of conditions, address concerns from the public in a respectful, informative, timely, and professional manner, solicit the cooperation of property owners in noxious weed control operations, keep the city facility in good repair, clean, and in operation conditions as directed. Now, those are your primary duties, but there are secondary duties. That's where you maintain all required certifications, attend and participate in professional group meetings, stay abreast of new trends and innovations related to integrated pest management, perform related duties and responsibilities as required, identify insect disease vectors and nuisance insects, engage in mosquito source site reduction, participate in public education and outreach via print media, digital media, and in-person events, assist with the management of mosquitoes, insects, or of public health importance and other pest species as required, knowledge, skills, and abilities. So basic knowledge of integrated pest management practices. Familiarity with equipment and tools used for assigned work, ability to use smartphones and computers to collect and record observations made in the field and lab, possess basic computer literacy and a familiarity with Excel and spreadsheets, ability to follow oral and written instructions, work in uneven terrain and in harsh weather conditions for extended periods, work independently without direct supervision. Qualifications for the job: you need a high school diploma or GED, ability to require commercial chemical applicators licensed within 6 months of hiring, ability to acquire FAA Part 107 small UAS certification, must possess and maintain a valid driver's license. Now, it is preferred but not required, a bachelor's degree in a field related to biology, botany, agriculture, ecology, entomology, rangeland management, etc. Any combination of experience in plant and insect identification, plant and insect biology, chemistry, rangeland management, agriculture, data collection, or pesticide use and safety. Physical demands described here are representative of those that must be met by an employee to successfully perform the essential functions of this job. While performing the duties of this job, the employee is required to maintain effective audio-visual discrimination and perception needed for making observations, communicating with others, reading and writing. Employee is also required and to maintain physical condition necessary for operating assigned equipment, walking, standing, kneeling, repeated bending or sitting for prolonged periods of time, and lifting to up to 60 pounds. Maintain mental capacity, which allows the capability of making sound decisions, demonstrating intellectual capabilities. Now, working environment, let's break this down here. So you typically work a regular 40-hour work week, but you may be required to work occasional evenings and weekends to meet the needs of the city. Subject to mandatory overtime hours, will work both independently and in groups. Exposure to high volumes of noise while operating application equipment in the field, exposure to extreme field conditions, including heat, water, swamps, and inspect populations, exposure to hazardous material substances, works with mechanical equipment on a regular basis, prone to receptive activities. So they do offer benefits in the areas of health, dental, vision, life, and pension. Now, if that is you, to apply, it is here. You put in your legal first and last name, email, and phone number, attach your resume, and select Start Application to get started. Great, that's an institute. Okay, maybe that position has now been filled. Okay, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going through this list. Now, you are more than happy to, more than welcome to come to Great Bassin Institute to do so, but I'm going to go ahead and go over this role that I did see. All right, so this is in Rawlins, Wyoming. So the salary is $18.75 per hour. This intern will have a variety of projects in the Muddy Creek drainage, which would include fish treatments, channel restoration, gravel augmentation, riparian planting, data collection for channel designs, monitoring past projects. Interns will also work closely with Trout Unlimited to achieve shared mission, tasks, and goals. Primary responsibilities is assisting state and federal fisheries biologists and restoration efforts within the watershed. There is a long history of restoration work that has taken place in the watershed to restore native fish, improve fish passage, increase habitat diversity and resilience, and restore ecosystem health, assist in the preparation of non-native fish removal efforts. This includes collection of steam and fish data, native fish salvage, and participating in the native fish removal efforts. Assist with planned conservation crew work, including preparation of materials and identifying locations for BDA construction, collect field data on previously installed habitat improvement projects, including BDAs and restoration reaches, harvest and plant willow stakes to increase woody diversity and improve riparian health, assist in the development, planning, and field data collection of out-year habitat improvement projects, and assist in maintenance of riparian enclosures. Now, the timeline says May to September, 12 to 15 weeks, flexible for the right candidate. It's full-time at 40 hours. Schedules potential maxi flex, 80-hour bi-weekly with option to take Monday or Friday off. And it does provide you with the office location if it interests you so far. Now there's company paid comprehensive medical dental with option to upgrade in coverage and vision insurance, $25,000 basic life and AD and D insurance at no cost, personal leave and holidays, and access to pro bills. You need a bachelor's degree or coursework and experience in biology, ecology, or related field, must provide a valid driver's license, possess a clean driving record, should be self-motivated with an expressed desire to learn and ability to maintain a positive attitude, ability to work both within a team setting and independently, ability to navigate using maps since GPS technology may not always be available, and ability to operate a 4x4 vehicle in off-road type situations and inclement weather. And it does give you information on how to apply. which is through this application by submitting an up-to-date resume, one-page cover letter, and that it has to detail your interest in the position and any qualifications not fully described in your resume. Contact information for 3 professional and/or academic references. Be sure to complete any preliminary questions promoted in the application and then sign your application. Next position is with a company called Pacific Corp. Okay, so this is the compliance wildlife field technician. It was posted May 17th. They are looking for someone to be in this role so that they can further grow and sustain their commitment to a culture of customer service excellence, environmental sustainability, inclusion, and belonging. Under general supervision, you will conduct avian and wildlife surveys and ensure compliance with applicable regulations, provide analysis and studies related to the permitting, development, operations, and/or decommissioning of renewable energy projects and transmission distribution lines and substations. Responsibilities. There is a slew of responsibilities. You will conduct surveys evaluating electrocution and collision risk and the effectiveness of avian protection measures on power lines, survey wind turbines, solar projects, and power lines, and record data on avian use, mortalities, and protection measures to prevent electrocutions and collisions, maintain compliance with local, state, and federal laws, as well as the company's avian protection plans, bird and bat conservation strategies, eagle conservation plans, migratory bird compliance plans, various policies, procedures, and applicable operating permits and leases, identify bird and other wildlife mortality, species, cause of death, document live raptors using structures, and identify bird nests in structures, perform informed curtailment activities at operating wind projects, perform pre-construction wildlife survey and monitoring at proposed Pacific Corp renewable and/or transmission distribution projects, perform post-construction monitoring for wildlife avian impact assessments, including raptor nest surveys, mortality monitoring, sage grouse surveys, and/or habitat assessments, report, track, and remove carrion carcasses from projects and/or roadways, collect data using ArcPad and Trimble GPS units, conduct quality check of all GIS data collected, complete surveys in a safe, timely, and accurate manner, work safely in a remote location with limited oversight and under various field conditions like weather, insects, and/or limited vehicle access. Adhere to company safety requirements and ensure safe working practices, complete required Pacific Corp employee training, and comply with all company policies, procedures, and guidelines. Understand wildlife avian policy and procedures, enter all protected bird and wildlife mortalities in company tracking systems, create maps as needed for mortality reports, ensure that all field equipment is accounted for and maintained in good working conditions, communicate with crew lead regarding field survey status, bird, wildlife, mortalities, or problems with surveys. This position will require travel to remote locations throughout Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon, California, Montana, and or Washington, assist and prepare reports for various work activities for both internal and external parties, assist in the development of weekly, monthly, and annual reports and summaries, assist in budget development, forecasting, and adherence. Requirements: associate's degree or higher in wildlife, ecology, biology, environmental science, or related field of study, or the equivalent combination of education and professional experience, 2 years professional experience in wildlife, environmental science, or related experience, bird and wildlife identification skills, ability to travel for extended periods and work in remote locations. Travel may be up to 50% in any given year. Knowledge of GIS, GPS, database management, and Microsoft Office suite of software products. Communication and interpersonal skills, including the ability to consult with internal and external customers regarding matters, issues which may be sensitive in nature. Proficient with the use of personal computers, including widespread database, word processing, and presentation applications to gather, analyze, and monitor information. Ability to work with all levels of an organization, including people with different styles and backgrounds, ability to work as a member of a team, ability to present alternatives and recommendations. Preferences is knowledge of renewable energy, development, operations, and power line configurations in aviation and avian protection techniques and products. Here is the additional information, which is the good information. Again, it is full-time. They're hiring someone to provide a salary of $54,200 per year to $70,200 per year. There are health care benefits, retirement, paid time off, tuition assistance, paid short-term and long-term disability, paid bereavement leave. And for more information, you can visit their new benefits page. And if all of that fits you, you will just come here to the apply button there. Next company we're going into, Saratoga Forest Management. Check out their open positions. One thing I want to point out before we do that is their health benefits, retirement, lifestyle. I want to quickly go over that. So Saratoga Forest Management's compensation plan rewards team members for their skills. Their pay scale are highly competitive with opportunities for career advancement. Health benefits: Saratoga Forest Management cares about the health and well-being of their team members, both on and off the job. That's why they offer a complete health care package that includes medical, dental, life insurance, and vision. Retirement: Saratoga Forest Management understands the need for long-term financial security, and they offer a 401k plan with corporate matching fund. In their lifestyle and community, they are located in the beautiful resort town of Saratoga, Wyoming, and their team members enjoy a year-round outdoor lifestyle, including world-class fishing, hunting, and also snow sports. And the role is their forester is what I wanted to go over. And you must be qualified for this role. And their pay is based on experience. So your duties in this role is management of harvest activities and logging contractors. Provide company administration of federal, state, BLM, and private contractors. Pre-sale and road layouts. Log quality monitoring. In this position requires typically traveling 1,000 miles per week. Must have personal four-wheel drive vehicle. Company will reimburse for company miles at the current IRS rate. The skills you need to possess is a bachelor's degree in forestry, nature resources or related field, knowledge of local, state, and federal laws pertaining to timber harvest, must be able to navigate through Wyoming and Colorado state, BLM and Forest Services, timber sales contract. Proficient in use of Excel and Word required, must be able to work alone and in a team environment in the outdoors over rough, brushy, and uneven terrain in all weather conditions. Effective communication skills is mandatory. This position offers an exciting opportunity for individuals passionate about forestry and environmental conservation. If you possess that required skill and are eager to make a positive impact on our natural resources, then we do encourage you to apply. It's full-time expected hours of 50 to 60 per week. 401k matching, dental insurance, health insurance, life insurance, paid time off, vision insurance. Schedule is 12-hour shift. There is overtime, weekend as needed. There is bonus opportunity for supplemental pay. 5 years of forestry required, certified arborist preferred but not required. Must be in the Saratoga, Wyoming area. And if you're not, then you must be willing to relocate to that area before starting. And 75% willingness to travel is preferred. And you will select the apply now if that fits you. We're going to head on over to our next state, which is the state of Delaware. Delaware Nature Society. We're looking at the seasonal camp instructor. The range is from $15 to $17 per hour. Now, the start date, May 31st, 2025, end date, August 29th. So it's still out here. That means that it's still opportunity for you to get into this role, but it's not a long-term position. It doesn't seem so. But as a summer camp instructor, you will deliver curriculum-based hands-on environmental, agriculture, and or cultural education activities, incorporating our core values of respect, stewardship, collaboration, inclusion, and integrity. Student ages range from 3 to 15. Activities take place at Ashland Natural Center and Coverdale Farms Preserve Camps. These are chosen based on instructor interest and expertise and may include subjects such as cooking, arts and crafts, games, nature exploration, farm chores, paddle sports, and more. Most activities occur rain or shine, except in extreme unsafe weather conditions and are conducted both inside and outdoors. Time commitment for this position varies based on need and applicants' availability. So responsibilities, you will teach curriculum-based environment, natural history, cultural history, science, and or farm-based agriculture, ecology, lessons through a variety of methods. Curriculum includes focus on Dell nature, core values, and working in collaboration with education coordinators and fellow summer camp staff. You will continue to develop program delivery skills and knowledge of program topics and curriculum, ensure all Dell nature policies and procedures and health and safety protocols are implemented and always enforced. assist with program preparation and cleanup, care and handling of program equipment, materials, care and transportation of live animals, and collaboration with fellow site-based education coordinators and teacher naturalists, attend and participate in required training sessions and voluntary enrichment sessions, maintain regular communication with site-based education coordinators and leadership staff to ensure best practices, program schedules, um, training, etc. Promote and support the Del Nature's mission, values, goals, and activities, and membership to a wide array of program audiences, qualifications, and experience, and interest in working with groups of children or adults, experience in delivering programs and prior teaching experience, helpful but not required, basic nature science, knowledge and or a willingness to learn more about agriculture, outdoor recreation skills like birding, hiking, camping, gardening, or experience required based on areas of program delivery assigned, flexibility and adaptability to work on a schedule that meets the needs of the site, punctuality, dependability, effective communication skills, and ability to work effectively as part of a team, ability to consistently interact in a positive and professional manner, willingness to learn new skills and share knowledge with others, work environment and physical demands. So the physical demands described here are representative of those that must be met by an employee to successfully perform the essential functions of the job. Reasonable accommodation may be made to enable individuals with disabilities to perform the essential functions. The employee frequently is required to sit and reach and must be able to move around the work environment. The employee must occasionally lift and or move up to 20 pounds and be able to carry, move, and set up necessary supplies and equipment. Specific vision abilities required by this job include close vision, distant vision, and the ability to adjust. The noise level in the work environment is usually moderate. Ability to work in a variety of indoor and or outdoor settings, weather, and terrains. We did go over the salary. This is a seasonal position in August. You are paid hourly, and it's divided twice monthly payments with all required federal and state tax withheld. Camp staff are required to take a 30-minute unpaid meal break daily. And then here for the qualifications and experience and interest in working with a group of children or adults, experience in delivery programs and prior teaching experience, helpful but not required, basic natural science knowledge and or a willingness to learn more about agriculture, outdoor recreation skills. I think we just went over that. Yeah, we did. So those are the same qualifications that we just discussed. So if you have taken an interest, you would just put in your details to start the application process there. Next company is RSC Landscaping Ltd. Go over here to their careers page and check out their job openings. Landscape crew member. So let's read this here. So you must be dedicated, career-minded, and courteous to be a team member. It is 15 to 17 per hour, and you'll install beautiful landscapes and hard landscapes throughout the Delmarva area. Join for great benefits, competitive wages, and on-the-job training. So you would apply now if you're ready. But if you want more details, then you can find more about that here. So you operate various equipment and hand tools to perform daily landscaping tasks, ensure proper hydration of lawns, trees, and plants using appropriate watering techniques, maintain cleanliness of outdoor spaces, including sidewalks, driveways, and parking lots, plant and cultivate lawns, turfs, or gardens in line with landscaping designs, distribute topsoil and or straw over newly seeded areas, apply fertilizers, herbicides, or insecticides as needed. Install new landscaping materials and specialty features, trim plant materials as necessary for installation, and perform other duties as assigned. Qualifications and education requirements. You must understand the basics of landscaping practices and procedures, effective written and verbal communication skills, ability to work efficiently, thoroughly, and follow directions, experience operating power equipment and hand tools for landscaping, valid driver's license and reliable transportation, ability to work in various weather conditions and lift up to 40 pounds, must be at least 18 years of age. And the benefits, again, is competitive pay and benefits package, training and career development opportunities, and supportive work environment, focus on growth and success. And again, if you like that, you will go here to apply for that. Okay, so we're moving right along here to the next company. Huon. We're looking for their harvest attendant. This is in Dover, Delaware. This is the application form. If you want to just go straight to that. It's a full-time position. You'll be reporting to the harvest manager. You will complete the nightly harvest of their salmon in a stress-free and efficient manner. Will assist with monitoring the fish to ensure minimal stress, ensure hygiene and biosecurity practices are upheld, receive training to assist in the general maintenance of harvest equipment and infrastructure located at Hideaway Bay. This position is full-time. Again, opportunity involves night work. You ideally have knowledge within the aquaculture industry. You have a strong work ethic and enjoy working night hours. You are an excellent communicator with the ability to build strong relationships within the team. You have a keen eye for detail and a proactive focus on continually looking to improve processes. You have a current and valid driver's license. As part of the Huon family, you will receive the opportunity to develop professionally and progress your career, discounted products and company reward and recognition, discounted health insurance with their partners, access to novated leases through their partners, access to the employee assistance program. So you want to apply now, don't delay. They encourage with suitable applicants as applicants are received. Will engage with suitable applicants as applications are received. Preferred candidates are subject to pre-employment health assessment. And for more information, you can always contact talent at huonaqua.au. All right, so next company. Kent Conservation District. Now, at the Kent Conservation District, we are looking for the trail crew technician role. Also in Dover, there's no deadline until it is filled. The salary is $37,953.35. This is a contractual position. And then it does give you a background of the company itself. Now, the position assists the trail leader with inspections and conducting various trails and bridge repairs throughout all state parklands. Trail crew members are especially trained in how to access trails, techniques to repair damaged trails, as well as constructing new trails within Delaware's 17 state parks. This position will be responsible ensuring the trails are safe for the varied intended uses of the trail system and related infrastructure. Now, the job description, you will be providing expert consulting services on trail management, repair, and redevelopment, inventorying trail resources, identifying hazards, and develops maintenance schedules, inspecting trail bridges, and determining replacement schedules, identify and establish trail project priorities, identifying causes of trail deterioration and trail alignment issues, recommend trail repair specifications, and develops trail project scope of work, identify statewide issues involving assigned areas, and developing annual goals and objectives to address issues, operate and maintain all types of trail construction equipment. As far as qualifications, it is 6 months experience in trail management and maintenance, 6 months experience in single track trail and bridge construction, 6 months experience operating and maintaining motorized equipment. Conditions of employment include possession of a valid Delaware driver's license, not suspended or revoked or canceled or disqualifying from driving. Applicants must be legally authorized to work in the United States. DNREC does not provide sponsorship for holders of H-1B visas. Criminal background checks. A satisfactory criminal background check is required as a condition of hire. The recruiting agency may require the applicant to pay for the criminal background check, so keep that in mind. But to apply, you will send your resume to jamie.l.willie@delaware.gov. And you can see that information there. And if you want more information, you can, of course, send an email, write them, or phone them. All right, so the last one is a company by the name of Envirotech. All right, so for the last company, let's check out their careers page. We are looking for the natural resource technicians. So just a bit about their job summary. A natural resource technician is a person whose job is to perform a variety of basic tasks within the field of environmental science. While this is an entry-level position requiring some education, a candidate must be in good physical condition because they will be required to perform manual labor within conditions that are sometimes less than ideal, such as working outdoors in inclement weather. They are responsible for knowing company established safety rules and regulations. Now, if that does interest you, you would go here to upload your application or resume, or you can select download application. But just a bit more details of their contact information. They're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is their number to reach them. And if you want to send them a quick message, you can send them a quick message. That's if this was not enough details and you're needing to know more information. But that is all for all of our agriculture, industry specific positions. Next, we are going to go over to spin the wheel. We don't have these states listed on the current wheel. The states that we do not have is Delaware, Wyoming, California, Virginia, and Missouri. Why? Because we just went through those states and we don't have agriculture listed either. So what we're going to do is spin this wheel. Oh, we're going to spin both wheels. Remember, we are going for 5 states and then an industry. This is going to be for us to prepare for next week. So fingers crossed that your state is one that gets selected. Let's spin them both together. Okay, the food and beverage industry. All right, food and beverage. Give me a second, I have to jot this down really quick. The first state is Utah. Now we're going to go ahead and spin this one again. New York. All right, here we go again. Virginia. Looks like the Virginia states are coming up lucky. We had Virginia last week. Now, West Virginia. All right, now we need 2 more here. Arkansas. Nevada. All right, so join us next Saturday. We will be doing industry specific for food and beverage industry. Remember, these are non-remote jobs. We will be heading through the states of Utah, New York, West Virginia, Arkansas, and Nevada. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you join us.